All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Sean, your CD guy, and welcome to another episode of Zone. If this is your first time joining me, it's going to be it's an acronym for Zoomed Out News. The goal of doing all of this is to go ahead and just bring you some stuff that's going on around the world that might not be at the forefront. I know there's a lot of chaos right now, and that news is important to follow as well. But this is a nice little break, hopefully, from some of that stuff that's going on right now. And, the more you know, the better off and better prepared you are to make decisions in your life, whether that's voting or any other part of your life that you might have. If you know what's going on, then you're going to make better choices, ideally. I am a community development specialist. That's my background. Where I take a look at different assets in the community. I will go ahead and find out some of the things that they are in need of and then help them help themselves. That's kind of a broad stroke of the community development here, but that's where the CD comes into play. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, the whole point of this is to start off at my local level in the Albuquerque area of New Mexico. And then I will do an article that is about the state itself. And then we're going to go up to something here in the United States and then some other place around the world. Sorry about that. My nose just itched. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I want to start this off by saying, I kid you not, I almost was there for this incident that happened. So this is kind of a playful, joyful one, if you will. At our local zoo here in town, one of the elephants got out on Sunday morning. It was my plan to go to the zoo that day. I had a very long day in the sun the day before that on Saturday, so I ultimately did not go, but it was definitely on my calendar to get to the zoo that day. I wish I would have gone because I could have been up close and personal with an elephant. I've ridden them as a kid, but I haven't really come into contact with any since about then. So, and I love animals. I'm trying to make it to the zoo, hopefully soon, and maybe I'll do a little bit of report back from that. But yeah, so that's the first one. It's not every day a big animal like an elephant gets loose in a zoo, so this is kind of a fun little thing. It is safe. It is back in its cage, not a cage. Sorry, it's back in its area. Safe and sound, but that would have been a nice little surprise to wake up to on a Sunday morning, I think. All right, so let's zoom on out to the state level here. So this is all about a program that the state is doing. So the state of New Mexico is going to invest $1.9 million, bringing about 22,000 youth to outdoor programs. Not everybody gets that chance to be outside, to do things outside, to see careers that are available in the outdoors, and that's the point of this program here. So this year, going to do 1.9 million, which will help over 22,000 students across the state. I wish something like this would have been available when I was growing up. Could have brought me closer to some of the things that I like to do now as an adult. Might have even been a career earlier on instead of kind of what I'm doing now, but who knows? But yeah, so they're going to get to do this. This is going to help a lot of the underserved communities, rural communities, tribal communities, specifically with this here. So this is it's all about equity, giving people the chances to see and do things that they might not have been able to do on their own, and that's why programs like this are so important, especially for the youth, because they're the ones that are going to control and do everything that's going to influence our world as we are older adults. So it's important to give them all the opportunities that we can. So when you complain about your tax dollars, just kind of keep in mind that there's a lot of things that those go towards that you might not even know about, like this outdoor program, helping kids, getting to be outside and explore and, again, learn some jobs that they may just go crush when they're adults. Okay, so last time I did Wyoming because I don't know a damn thing about that state. I do know a little bit now. So this time, though, I'm going to go a little bit north of New Mexico, and we're just going to go straight over to Colorado. Now, I've been there a few times, mostly the airport, but there have been a couple of adventures that I've had out there. But this one is all about something I'm a huge fan of as well. So, in the area of Larkspur, Colorado, they have created a wildlife corridor overpass. What this does is it goes over the highway so that wild animals can go over safely instead of getting and crossing the highway and coming in contact with our cars and causing crashes. There are a lot of different animal populations that, because of the highway systems across the country, they're cut off, and this means that there's a smaller breeding pool, less genetic diversity, and this can actually lead to populations of our wild animals, especially our big ones like bears and mountain lions and deer and moose and things like that, where they just are weaker because of less diversity in the who they get to breed with. And so this is bringing those different groups together. A pack of wolves in one area is going to finally come in contact with a pack of wolves in another area, and hopefully they'll get together and make new wolves with stronger genes, because it's not all from the same family. Now, another big thing, not only does this help the wildlife, but it also helps us humans. According to the Colorado Department of Transportation, this corridor alone, and this is just one of them, but this is going to help reduce accidents on the highways with animals up to 90%. That's huge. Crashes with animals cost hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars a year, cost lives. Unfortunately, there are lives that are lost for this. So this is a win for the animals. This is a win for us as well on the road. And hopefully we see more of these coming around the country to, again, bring the animal populations together and also, save lives and save dollars in the human world, if you will. All right. So we're going to zoom out one more time here tonight, and we are going on over to Ghana. The only thing I know about Ghana is that it's in Africa and was previously a German colony. So when it comes time to the World Cup, they have the players have a choice of either playing for Germany or playing for Ghana. And the World Cup's coming up soon, and they're going to be in it too. So that'll be exciting to see. But this is all about something that I'm very much a big fan of, and you are too, for the most part, I would imagine. And so something to just kind of keep in mind here. So this one is all about chocolate. Now, there's a lot of chocolate, or the cocoa beans are grown in Ghana. Now, what's happening is that the people that have these or create these for us or grow them, they're in deep with the banks. And it's getting really hard to go ahead and, oops, sorry. It's getting really hard to go ahead and sell those. Um, the price has just gone down overall. Again, they're in deep with the banks. There's been a couple bad years due to disease and like climate. So here we are. I've touched on it before. This climate's getting out of control and having all kinds of different effects in different ways than we might have thought before. Because of these shortages, because of them having a hard time getting these sold, the price of chocolate's going to skyrocket here. So, I like chocolate. I like a good chocolate chip cookie, a chocolate shake, so I'm, very much going to be keeping an eye on this because I don't want to have to pay out an arm and a leg for some. And this is, again, just one of those unintended consequences of things that we're doing that's affecting the weather So again, do all that you can. Look up different ways to go ahead and help with that, because this is affecting all kinds of places around the world and all the different kinds of things that we want. Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you all coming through here tonight. Hopefully you learned a little something. I appreciate everybody who's taking a listen and following me on my platforms when I do these. I think I will be keeping up the pace that I have now, which has been about every 2 weeks. I want to get faster with it. We'll see how that goes. All right, everyone. Well, have a great rest of your Friday night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Catch you later.